So here we have a very important property of the focal chord. Questions keep coming on this property. There are lots of more other properties, but you can't remember all of them. You can derive some of them, or you can just have a look at them in your textbook or in the notes that we provide. But there's one property out of all those which I want to discuss here in this series, because this one is very important. Topics keep coming from this again and again. So we already know what a focal chord is. So in a parabola, if you have any chord which passes through this focus a comma 0, so I'm taking up the parabola y square equal to 4ax, right? I'm taking y square equal to 4ax, and the property that I derived for this, it will be valid for other parabolas as well, right? So your focus is here. This blue chord is the one which passes through the focus, so it's a focal chord, right? Now I'm taking the extremities to be 81 square comma 281 comma 82 square comma 282. We already know this is the parametric form of the point and the parametric form of the point. So I'm just taking 2 points t1, t2, right? And I'm writing them as parameters, so parametric form. Now the slope of PS should be equal to slope of PQ, because this PSQ is one line, right? So obviously the slope of this PS is equal to the slope of this PQ. I know a point a comma 0, I know the point P, so I can find the slope of PS. This is the slope of PS. I know the point S, I know the point Q, so I can find the slope of PQ, right? So SQ rather. This is your SQ, not PQ, right? So you use the 2-point form to get the slope, and then when you cancel A, this is what you will get when you finally cross multiply through this equality symbol and send all the terms on one side to equate it to 0. This is the equation that you will get, right? Now, if I can take things common in this, it will be t1, t2 plus 1 into t2 minus t1 equal to 0. But your t1 is not equal to t2 because these are two different points. If your t1 equal to t2, that means I'm taking the same point, right? But I'm taking two different points here, so this is obviously not equal to t2. So this is not 0, that means this has to be 0, right? So t1, t2 equal to minus 1. Remember, extremely important property. If I have 2 points with parameters t1 and t2, right? Then the chord joining these two will be a focal chord only if your t1, t2 is equal to minus 1. So we've seen it's a very easy result to remember and to derive, and questions keep coming on this again and again. Do look at a few more properties of focal chord as well in your, as I told you, in your textbook or in the notes that we provide, because they'll be helpful, but you can't remember all of them. But this one you really need to remember, because questions keep coming very frequently from this particular property, so it's easy to remember as well. You'll be able to solve questions much faster. Let's move on to the next subtopic.